afternoon, viewers. This is Sage. You're watching 𝐊𝐴𝐼𝐴 TV live from Sydney. This is the Stocks in Action show, and we'll be looking through a few recent updates from the ASX listed companies, along with a quick glance at the developments across the equity and commodity markets. So let's begin by taking a look at the stocks under the spotlight today, and starting with the first news making waves. Shares of ASX-listed cyber safety software company Family Zone Cyber Safety were trading flat on Friday. The company shared that it has struck a deal to acquire the Smooth Wall business through the acquisition of 100% of the shares in 𝐲𝐞 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐿 and its subsidiaries for 142 million Australian dollars. 𝐲𝐞 is a UK-based company which, together with its wholly owned subsidiaries, owns and operates a Smooth Wall business. As per the announcement, this acquisition showcases a unique opportunity for Family Zone as a highly complementary business of significant scale with an attractive target market customer base. The acquisition will be funded by a fully underwritten institutional placement of approximately 71 million Australian dollars. It will also be funded by an entitlement offer of approximately 75.4 million Australian dollars to raise gross proceeds of approximately 146.4 million Australian dollars. And Smooth Wall currently provides services to more than 12,400 schools and 6 million students. The company generates a circa of 30 million Australian dollars of annual recurring revenue and delivered a pro forma unaudited EBITDA of around 7 million Australian dollars for the financial year ended March 2021. And the next news covers ResMed, the medical device manufacturer. Its shares were trading down on Friday post the company announced results for its fourth quarter ended June 30th, 2021. Revenue in the fourth quarter of financial year 2021 increased by 14% from the previous corresponding year, which is up 10% on a constant currency basis. The gross margin was 56% in the fourth quarter of financial year 2021. Non-GAAP gross margin was reduced by 260 basis points to 57.3%. Moreover, its income from operations in the fourth quarter increased 8%, and the non-GAAP operating profit was up 7%, and diluted earnings per share for the quarter was $1.33 US. The non-GAAP amount was $1.35 US, and the company also reported its quarterly dividend having increased by 8% and was 42 cents per share US. For the full year financial year 2021, its revenue increased 8%, which is up 6% on a constant currency basis, and its gross margin for the financial year 2021 was 57.5%. So ResMed declared a quarterly cash dividend of 42 cents US per share, and as per the ASX release during the quarter, ResMed's core business of digital solutions for sleep apnea and COPD patients recovered well. The company now expects steady growth throughout financial year 2022 as well. Let's move on to the next news catching the attention of the investors. News Corporation, a diversified media company. Its shares were trading up as the company reported its financial year results for the 3 months and fiscal year ended 30th June 2021. Revenues increased by 4% compared to the prior year, reflecting a 30% increase in the fourth quarter, and net income is at $389 million US dollars. Total segment earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation and amortization also increased compared to the prior year. And now if we talk about News Corporation's real estate website operator Move, its revenues grew 36% year over year with 68% growth in the fourth quarter. Moreover, its average monthly unique users grew 32% in the fourth quarter. And now it's time for a short break, but please stay tuned as I'll be back with more of the trending updates for the Australian market. Property by 𝐊𝐴𝐼𝐴. Looking for a dream home? Well, that may sound easy, but it isn't. And from looking for a property that is the right fit for you in terms of cost and other factors, to zeroing down on the right mortgage plan, there are various aspects to consider. And for the latest slowdown in the property market, tune in on 𝐊𝐼𝐴 TV with me, Sage. I will give the latest updates on the property market as well as real estate stocks to help you make the right decision. Keep watching Property with 𝐊𝐴𝐼𝐴. Welcome back, viewers. Great to have your company. This is Sage, your host live from 𝐊𝐶𝐞 Studios. You're watching the Stocks in Action show. Now, the next news covers B&K Group, a banking and financial services company. Its shares were trading up on Friday, catching the investors' attention after the company shared its trading update for the fourth quarter of financial year 2021, and B&K Group settlements rose over 60% over the previous quarter, and the country's smallest listed bank's loan book grew by 28% in the quarter as well. As of 30th June 2021, BBC's deposits saw a 33% rise on the previous quarter. The loan-to-deposit ratio stood at 79%. Now, let us look at Finsure, which is its mortgage aggregation business. And Finsure settlements increased 37% than the previous quarter. In June 2021, its settlements were at a record 2.8 billion Australian dollars. And as of 30th June 2021, Finsure had 2,005 brokers, a 22% increase compared to the same period last year. And let's move on now to the last news that made our list today. And we'll be discussing an app and web platform, Tinybeans Group. Its shares were trading flat after the company announced the contract extension of its pet family partnership with Hills Pet Nutrition, a subsidiary of Colgate-Palmolive, through the end of 2021. Hills Pet Nutrition has signed a new $250,000 agreement extending its successful partnership with Tinybeans through the end of 2021. The Hills Pet Partnership includes exclusive sponsorship of Tinybeans, Add a Pet feature set, along with other media elements, including a content microsite and advertising. In the first 2 months of the Add a Pet launch, feature adopted occurred at nearly 3 times expected levels, driven by existing users registering their pets, as well as new users adding their pets upon registration. So among the new families signing up on the Tinybeans platform, 1 in 4 are creating pet profiles. US pet industry sales have surpassed $100 billion for the first time ever, with expectations for over 5.8% growth in 2021. The pet adoptions grew 40% in 2020, with no signs of slowing down in 2021 as Americans continue to work from home and turn to their pets for not only company but also stress relief. And parents have accelerated their use of Tinybeans to capture their families' memories, inclusive of their pets, creating deeper engagement with the platform for both existing families and new pet-only families. The Add a Pet feature also extends user engagement and lifetime value of the customer. Pbefore we wrap up today, viewers, let's quickly glimpse through the ASX 200 performance. And the S&P ASX 200 is up today. Buy now, pay later giant Afterpay is up 5.12%, while news firm News Corporation is up 4.78%. 8 of the 11 sectors were higher today, and information technology is today's best performing sector, while materials is the worst performing sector by the mid-market session. And that's all for now. Thanks again for your company, and stay tuned with 𝐊𝐶𝐞 TV for more live market updates. We'll be back with more of the news on the markets, the economies, diverse themes and sectors. Sage signing off.